When I meet with people, they often ask me, what is it that makes Techstars so special? Is it our founders, our mentors, our corporate partners, our community leaders, all of the above? It's about the power of networks, but not just any network. Techstars is the worldwide network that helps entrepreneurs succeed. Demo Day is special because it's a milestone, a symbolic step in the entrepreneur's journey, a time to reflect on growth, to share visions for the road ahead. We're here because we believe helping entrepreneurs leads to a better future. So for every step of the journey, the Techstars Network is here to support you. Whether attending a Techstars community event, joining a Techstars mentorship-driven accelerator, or becoming a Techstars corporate innovation partner, or raising capital from the Techstars network, we help entrepreneurs make connections and access resources. From idea to IPO. Who's next?
This is so amazing. Thank you to the thousands that are joining us here at the Metro Toronto Convention Center this week. And thank you to the thousands that are joining us from abroad. We're live streaming now across 60 countries around the world. My name is Ben Liao, and I am the Managing Director of this program. Welcome to the encore of the Colliers Proptech Accelerator, powered by Techstars. This is Demo Day. Earlier this year, our search began for the best and brightest founders with innovative solutions applied to the entire real estate industry. What we're about to share with you is the culmination of that 13-week journey for 80 brave entrepreneurs representing 10 companies from 6 countries around the world. This year, half of them have joined us from outside of North America. Our founders have joined us from Singapore, Australia, Finland, Spain, US, and of course, right here in Canada. You're in for an amazing day. Before we kick off, I'd like to share the full agenda of the day with you. We'll start with a few opening remarks from both Techstars and Colliers, followed by presentations by our 10 amazing founders. These will be 5-minute presentations. We'll take a break into a cocktail reception so you can meet with the companies at about 5:30. You've all been invited here as part of the Colliers or Techstars community, and we want you to get a chance to meet both the founders, their employees, and all the companies. Beyond Demo Day, you can continue to follow us for ongoing updates at #TSPropTech. And it doesn't end there. This year, we kick off our inaugural PropTech Summit, and I'll talk a bit more about that later on today. To start the day, it is with tremendous pleasure that I introduce you to someone who's no stranger to building entrepreneurial communities around the world. He's been at the core of driving our mission at Techstars, and his guidance for Techstars has been pivotal to our continued success and growth around the world, from the first program in Boulder, Colorado, to the 49th in Tel Aviv. Please join me in welcoming our co-founder and CEO of Techstars, David Brown.
So I can't see really well because of the lights, but I'm curious if this is your first demo day. Could you raise your hand if you've never been to a demo day? That is awesome. So lots of folks attending for the first time. I think if there was a Guinness Book of World Record entry for most demo days, I might be the recipient. This is number 63 for me. And it is the favorite part of my job to come to these events. And the reason it's the favorite part of my job is I get to see these amazing entrepreneurs and see what they are setting out to accomplish. If you want to know what an aspiring entrepreneur looks like in 30 years, I'm sort of Exhibit A. I'm a lifelong entrepreneur. I'm 55 years old. I've never had a job interview. I've only ever worked in startups. And we started Techstars 13 years ago as a way to pay it forward to help other entrepreneurs succeed by providing some advice and some guidance, some mentorship, so that not all companies, starting a company is hard enough, that you don't really have to step in all of the same landmines as everybody did before. So giving that advice to help avoid some landmines, giving that advice to help provide some direction and guidance, turns out is the magic that makes programs like this work, because the companies that go through the Techstars programs sort of after the end of 3 months say I was able to do more in 3 months than I was in 3 years on our own. Of course, Demo Day is not the end of the journey. It's the end of the 3 months that we're going to spend living and working with them. But it is the beginning of the journey. It is just it's a milestone in the beginning of their journey as they continue to grow and scale their businesses. We have some great statistics now that we've had almost 2,000 companies go through the Techstars program. We have over 200 of them that have been acquired or IPO'd. They're worth a collective $24 billion. And they raise about $2 billion a year in venture capital funding. And it's that statistic that I am the most proud of, because that's not saying that we think they're great. Of course we think they're great. That's saying that others, investors, think they're great and are voting for them in the form of parting with their hard-earned capital to help them grow and scale. And so what you will see here today, if you're new to Demo Day, is incredible 5-minute pitches, brilliant ideas, all around the PropTech space. And I want to thank our partner, Colliers, who have been just an incredible partner over the last 2 years in running this program, providing assistance, guidance, mentorship for these companies, providing them introductions. And to have this event in conjunction with the Real Estate Forum and the Building Show, I think is a stroke of genius, so that many of you who are here visiting can attend this and see a little bit of some innovative ideas in the area of PropTech. So without further ado, I'd like to invite our partner, Zach Michaud from Colliers, to say a few words.
Thank you, everyone, for being here with us this afternoon. It's a proud moment to see so many faces in this audience, and it's truly a testament to the increasingly important role that technology is playing in the commercial real estate industry and at Colliers in particular. For us, embracing technology is table stakes. We operate in a highly fragmented industry with huge growth potential. To remain successful, we need to continue to differentiate ourselves by consistently improving how we deliver our services to our clients so they can make the best decisions. In 2017, we began our search to find the right partner to help us attract top PropTech startups and talent to drive our technology and our technology investments and strategy. As an industry, commercial real estate has traditionally been behind the times when it comes to tech adoption and innovation. At Colliers, we wanted to have a large lens and a wide fairway to provide us with the most compelling ideas available. In addition, we wanted a global solution that would allow us to pull innovation from every single corner of the world to truly find that diamond in the rough. This brought us to Techstars, a world leader in early-stage investing and building accelerators. Our partnership with them has been very successful and gives us a bird's-eye view of not only our PropTech vertical, but thousands of other startups across industries. While there have been great advancements in commercial real estate and PropTech, we will continue to refine our own thinking and bring thought leadership to the industry. Now, as we look at the opportunity for commercial real estate, we see 3 core investment themes. The first are solutions that can be implemented in the short term to improve productivity for our own people. This means the ability to sell more and focus on the highest value-add activities for our professionals. Second, are client enhancement solutions that can be implemented over the short term or the medium term. This typically means enhancing client revenues, lowering costs, or understanding the risks through better innovation. And third, there are the longer-term implementation technologies that have the potential to truly disrupt our industry. The ideas around these technologies tend to change the use case and our own interaction with commercial real estate. As you'll see tonight, we have started to investigate some of these disruptive solutions already. Now, within this framework, we continue to seek out companies and founders with great ideas backed by entrepreneurial and enterprising spirits. Colliers is made up of enterprising leaders and professionals, and we celebrate their passion. One of the greatest assets of our Proptech Accelerator is having access to these enterprising professionals. This year, we carefully selected 65 senior executives and thought leaders from the Colliers operations around the world, as well as close to 60 mentors from outside Colliers to provide expert advice and guidance to the class of 2019. I want to extend my thanks for their commitment and time given to this program. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Now, let me close by saying that Peter Drucker has been a big influence for Colliers. And one of his most famous quotes that I think really captures what we're doing here is, "The best way to predict the future is create it." We strongly believe that our partnership with Techstars and the class of 2019 is a step towards creating that future. Thank you, and thank you for being with us tonight. And with that, I'd like to bring Ben back up to the stage.
All right, thanks, Zach. I spent over a decade working in tech and tech investing. So when I first started working with the real estate industry years ago, it appeared to me as though the industry had become beholden to the status quo. Buildings still financed, constructed, managed, marketed with the same processes employed decades ago. Excel, most commonly used tool for data management 30 years after its introduction. Collaboration across many stakeholders in the value chain reside in fragmented offline channels. But looking closer, advancements have happened. From the early era of on-premise solutions to more recent trends around flexible workplaces, although this has generally lagged other industries in terms of adoption. But how will this change? And what's next? Just a year ago, I stood on the stage before you not knowing exactly what to expect the year ahead. But we talked about being the first boat out in a new wave of tech entering this industry. And by nearly all accounts, tremendous interest in PropTech has been absolutely overwhelming. The participation in this room is just an indicator of that interest. When we initially planned Demo Day last year, we anticipated maybe a few hundred. Fair to say we highly underestimated and nearly doubled that. This year, we moved to a venue twice the size, and we're holding a 2-day event and reached capacity only a week after invitations went out. Companies from our program last year were valued at over $70 million coming out of the program. Many are already raising new rounds and quickly expanding their footprint in countries around the world. Hundreds applied to the program this year in each region globally, representing over 50 countries globally. Since last year, we not only traveled the world meeting entrepreneurs, but also influencers and other organizations aligned in our mission of building the global PropTech community. We've become part of a broader movement. And here in Toronto, Canada, we are so proud to announce the launch of our inaugural PropTech Summit with several co-hosts and supporters. Tomorrow, we'll have insights from the world's leading influencers, co-hosted by Colliers, Techstars, our friends at Cretech, the Building Show, and supporters at VTS. I'll talk a bit more about this at the end of the day. What we all believe is that there is a tremendous appetite for change in this industry. And I believe through this program, we can help bridge that gap between early stage technology and the industry in order to help accelerate innovation. Tonight, you'll learn about fascinating new technology and its applications to the real estate value chain. Not just theory. You'll see practical applications of how augmented reality, machine learning, AI, blockchain, and many other technologies can be applied to a real estate firm in order to improve their bottom line. Through all these stories you're about to hear, it will become clear that Colliers is taking a leadership position in this market and has moved mountains to make its resources available, their people, their customers, and even what so many firms have kept so close to chest for so long, its proprietary data. You see, data is the new oil for this industry. Organizational information has been largely kept in silos, and many firms compete on access to this information through data incentive structures. This year, we changed the game, and you'll see a glimpse of how a leading real estate firm can compete in the future on the basis of far more intelligent, data-focused solutions delivering client value. And as you hear what has been accomplished, I just want you to remember that all of this happened in only 3 months. So imagine what can be accomplished over the next year. There are over 5,000 PropTech startups that have entered the sector over the past few years alone. This remains the largest asset class and one of the largest opportunities in the world. Early adopters in the industry are now restructuring to compete on the basis through technology. Most of the necessary ingredients to support PropTech innovation are increasing at an unprecedented rate. Success stories are becoming more frequent. Our friends here at VTS, one of the earliest PropTech unicorns, who not only raised $90 million, but have helped carve out a path for so many to follow. It takes a purpose-built community and network to tackle a problem this size and help companies scale. At Techstars, our mission is to give first, and I can truly say that our companies, Colliers, our program partners, have all lived this each and every day. Today, we have a chance and an opportunity to change real estate. Nowhere else will you find a more driven, global, and ambitious group of entrepreneurs. Nowhere else could we gather top leaders in real estate, technology, and business. Nowhere else will we have the chance to foster relationships that will spark new customers, investors, strategic partners this quickly. Relationships that will accelerate a $220 trillion asset class. So I invite you to become part of this movement by welcoming our companies and asking how you can help. With the support of this passionate and talented community, we have the chance to change real estate. Today is Demo Day, a powerful platform which gives our founders a voice to articulate their vision for the future of this industry. And it's been an amazing journey. And it's my pleasure to introduce you to the 2019 founders. Toronto, are you ready to meet the companies? I think I may have heard my wife in the first row, but let's try that one more time. The founders are not coming out until they hear you. Toronto, are you ready? All right. All right, please welcome the 2019 companies. Let's get the show on the road. It began with the idea that the status quo is no longer good enough, and that technology would have an important role in shaping the future of the industry.
The reasoning why the program Accelerator was created was specifically to create an education vehicle, an innovation vehicle, and an area where we could test things around the world.
What we've looked to do is bring in 150 mentors that represent the early adopters in the industry the leaders in technology within PropTech, and we bring it all together to be able to help them identify early stage path to revenue so that they can find success with the better part of the industry.
It's like drinking from a fire hose. And so that's the acceleration that we talk about. So that's really taking what a company could accomplish in 3 years and cramming it down into 13 weeks and making sure that they get the opportunities from a test case perspective, from a capital perspective, from a mentorship perspective. And I bet you all the companies are feeling pretty tired.
You're kind of taking on two jobs when you join this program because you have what you're doing and you have also what they're throwing at you at the same time, and you need to get it all done as a startup.
25 meetings a day, so your perception of time changes because you're moving so fast, which is awesome.
The impact itself has been tremendous. I rarely can think of any other circumstances where I would be having one-on-one conversations with some of the best entrepreneurs and also real estate professionals in the world in such a short period.
I mean, you find you have people from different backgrounds, different experiences, different companies to tell you their idea or their view on what you're doing, so you get a lot of different perspectives.
That pressure test of having an outside party just ask insightful questions, getting you thinking both about what you're doing now and the future.
We get validation of what we are doing, and I'm saying we save like 2 years doing this program in 3 months.
One of the most profound things one of the co-founders said to me was, stop talking about the what, start talking about the why. Without changing the product one bit, we saw our sales start to accelerate like day over day.
Everyone is here to help each other, and I think that's kind of the essence of such a program.
The journey towards Demo Day always feels like a bit of a roller coaster ride. There's a lot of emotional highs and lows, but no different than the journey of any other startup that's out there.
You only have so much time to impress a potential client or investor, and this program has helped immensely.
A lot of significant people in our journey. Really, this heavy lifting with these type of mentors around us got us to where we are today.
Our understanding of our business, our perception of how we pitch our product before the program and where we are today, there is a day and night difference.
You learn a lot about the space and what the opportunities are. You get in front of a lot of people, and so I think the doors are just opening up, really.
It's not the end of the journey, but it's just the beginning, and it's a very nice way to start an adventure.
Congratulations, you are part of the Colliers family now. We're excited to be partners with you. Best of luck for Demo Day, and we look forward to working with you for the foreseeable future as your partners.
Thank you. I'm Andrea Wolf, the Global Vice President of Real Estate and Workplace Strategy at Colliers International. My colleagues and I are passionate about ensuring our workplaces are created with a balance of bites, behavior, bricks, and brand. It's that integration of those 4 elements that enables engaged and innovative workforces. As our industry evolves and embraces technology on multiple fronts, the need for designing for how people work actually gives more people choices and active spaces, not fewer, as most assume. Over the last 3 months, I've had the pleasure of watching how Dan and the team from Real AR have evolved their business from residential to a more robust platform focused on commercial real estate. From the very first time we met Dan, he wanted to innovate in our sector. With Australia leading the way in activity-based working, and with our accelerator program's transparent approach to taking on feedback, I've seen how their product has evolved. We're delighted to work with Real AR as our industry faces fresh challenges with the changing nature of our workplace. Working with companies like this and through such a collaborative approach allows us to work faster, smarter, while making even more strategic decisions. Real AR has become a real point of difference for ourselves and for our clients. It's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Dr. Dan Swan.
All of us today are members of the Flat Earth Society. We think in 3D, but actually operate as if we live in a flat 2D world. In real estate, 3D technology has been around for decades, yet as an industry, we're still at the mercy of the flat 2D floor plan. They dictate what you buy, what's contracted, and then what's eventually used. A flat 2D floor plan can't show you how a home fits with your family. A flat 2D floor plan doesn't tell you how a workplace fits with your team and its growing culture. In fact, when property investors can't understand something as simple as 30 square feet of space, multi-million-dollar deals are lost. But now there's Real AR. Real AR helps buyers understand residential and commercial places before they're built. My name's Dan, CEO of Real AR, and together with my co-founder Keith, we're building a company that's changing the way that we see and think about real estate. How? Because pixels are cheaper than bricks. Real AR helps buyers understand residential and commercial places before they're built. Our customers can walk through plans, see doors, windows, fixtures, and fittings to see how it works in the day-to-day. We're as easy as having a smartphone. Real AR is an app, so it works on 1 billion devices without any additional equipment or expensive gear. That makes us 10 times faster and 100 times less expensive than the competition. Real AR works by taking advantage of your phone's camera to deliver a unique life-size experience. We convert 2D and 3D files, then layer over a real-time feed, so in seconds, understanding a plan's true size is easy. Soon, using machine learning, plans will be converted with just a click of a button. That means that any real estate listing can also be viewed in Real AR with just a web link. This is an industry game changer. Mobile is also the #1 way to reach real estate, so we quickly found home buyers who are happy to pay to see their dream home before it was built. We then started to unlock customers on the vendor side, and thanks to Colliers and Techstars, we were able to find new places to deliver our product. We're now an important part of this opportunity, and we're doing this with a great team. Keith is an ex-Netscape Silicon Valley engineer who worked on some of the earliest VR technology for the web. I have a PhD in data visualization, and together we've been working on award-winning startups and industry-leading apps for more than 10 years, including 4 exits, 3 patents, one of which is for this product. I also owned a co-working space, and like 45% of other owners and landlords, saw that flexibility of use was the #1 occupier trend. The demand for flex space is not only the fastest growing sector, but last year accounted for 2/3 of occupancy gains in the United States. Our first mover advantage and partnership with Colliers means that now we're an important part of this opportunity. Over the next decade, 30% of commercial office space will become flexible. Our app helps meet this demand by giving real estate professionals the right tools to help them better understand and communicate space. So with the right tool at the right time. Over the last 3 months alone, we've grown both our residential and commercial business here in North America. And I'm happy to announce today we've grown our revenues by nearly 50%. Thank you. Thank you. But our goal is not only to grow our B2B SaaS and consumer business, but scale as a spatial data company. Tracking sales analytics by mobile is obvious, but being life-size also gives us a huge advantage, because through spatial visualization, we can also heat map human movements inside our virtual spaces. Owners and landlords can then quantify and optimize their active space so that occupiers are not just thinking about fitting and buying an office, they're getting what they really want, which is a productive workplace. So we have a large, untapped market in front of us, both here in North America and also globally. We would love for you to join us on our journey today to make the world round once more. Thanks very much.
My name is Mihai Strusiewicz, and I'm the Vice President of Colliers Global IT. In my position, I'm always looking for technologies to solve difficult business problems and advance our strategy. And I've been in these roles for over 20 years in various industries: mining, manufacturing, professional services. And I developed a sense and the experience to recognize potential when I see it. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce iudex, a great team with a solution for one of the most inefficient processes: review and abstraction of legal documents. It is my great pleasure to introduce the CEO of iudex, Ariane Nemati.
Thanks, Mihai. Let me tell you about the time I almost lost $20 million. Years ago, I was reviewing a potential investment opportunity, and as part of the due diligence, we had to abstract about 120 leases in 5 days. By the way, the abstraction process is where someone has to go through every single page of a contract and compile all the important information in one place. Since I obviously couldn't do it myself, I thought to ask our internal review team. But they typically help with ongoing reviews on existing properties, and they simply didn't have the bandwidth to add an extra 360 hours of work to their schedule. Considered using a law firm, but they charge $1,000 per document. So I went with the cheaper and faster solution, which was to outsource the abstraction process to a lease abstraction company. Now, halfway through the due diligence, we realized our contractor had missed an early termination clause, allowing the anchor tenant to terminate the lease right after the acquisition. And if that clause hadn't been found, we would have lost $20 million on that investment. The thing is, this is a common problem. The entire market has to make a trade-off between time, cost, and quality when it comes to document review, because the work is done by humans. So I thought, similar to every other boring task in history, why not have a machine do it? My name is Ariane. I'm a serial entrepreneur with many years of experience in commercial real estate. My partner, Oporov, has developed machine learning platforms for many companies, including Amazon and LinkedIn. We have been working together for many years, and we have already been part of a successful exit. Today, iudex is a Silicon Valley-based company, and our team of 15 is comprised of some of the best data scientists and developers in the country. Together, we want to help you spend as little time as possible reviewing legal and financial documents reliably. Now, to achieve this, we have spent over a year and a half collecting 7 million unique contracts across 2,000 contract types to teach iudex how to read. It starts with detecting every visual element in a document, all the way down to understanding the difference between right of first refusal and right of first offer. And it is constantly learning from every user and gets more efficient and better at reviewing documents with every single new document uploaded. So far, very few companies have tried using software to review documents, and almost all of them apply the same core technology to many different document types and applications out there. According to hundreds of interviews we've conducted across multiple verticals, it just doesn't work. I mean, think about it. Would a Michelin-star chef use a Swiss Army knife to chop food? Or a mechanic to repair a car? That's why we are focused. By focusing on a specific vertical and application, we can be more efficient, accurate, and provide our users process-specific tools to streamline their workflows far better than any multi-purpose tools out there. This is how we developed our first product. It's a purpose-built lease abstraction platform developed specifically for the commercial real estate industry. It automatically brings out important information to the attention of the reviewer and provides them a set of tools to quickly find and analyze the information they need to form an abstract. Now, this allows commercial real estate industry companies to cut the time and cost associated with the lease abstraction process by up to 80%, all while maintaining a higher overall accuracy. Now, you might think, why would you start with lease abstraction? The thing is, lease abstraction is a fairly standardized process with an already allocated budget. And the process is essential in many aspects of real estate, from acquisition to property management to compliance and finance. In the US alone, lease abstraction is an $8.9 billion market. And this is just leases. Once we help our clients streamline this process, we can help them with all kinds of different legal and financial documents. Now, this allows us to take the focus we have mastered in commercial real estate to different verticals, such as insurance, banking, finance. To give you an example, last year, only medium to enterprise level US companies spent over $42 billion on legal document review. Since our launch, we have started working with many national and global level organizations such as Stan Johnson & Company and Ultras. And today, we're delighted to announce that we have just signed a global agreement with Colliers to offer iudex in US, Canada, EU, Australia, New Zealand, and now we're working with them to expand into China. Thank you. Thank you. Next year, we will be processing over 100,000 documents in these regions, which expands our coverage to 14 different languages. And we're just getting started. So if you're like me, and probably millions of others who don't really enjoy reading contracts, come talk to us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Olaf ten Duis. I'm a portfolio manager at the Energy Innovation Hub. We are an early stage tech investor, have offices across Europe, Israel and the States. And for the past 2 years, I've been looking for the best startups within the PropTech space to invest in. And exactly this has brought me all the way up to Helsinki, to the north, to Finland, to invest in Scenerio Labs. A wise man once told me, for a good startup team, you need a hipster, a hustler, and a hacker. And with Topi, Hanu, and Timo, this is all what you have. And with their technology, they show that, that they can disrupt this industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Topi, the CEO and co-founder of Scenerio Labs.
Thank you, Olaf. Doing valuation in real estate is a big challenge. Whether it's 10 or 10,000 property units, experts battle time, accuracy, and fee, and always compromises need to be made. Not only for this reason, the game of valuation is changing. In 2015, us, the 3 founding engineers of Scenerio Labs, started to do what engineers do, a product. Unfortunately, our great product was not delivering great value to our customers at that time. But while iterating our product market fit, we found out that there was not a player in the market who could successfully combine automated valuations into future costs and yields. I'm Topi, co-founder and CEO of Scenerio Labs. For the last 15 years, I've been building products to digitalize civil engineering and urban planning. And for the last year, banks, brokers, and valuation experts have been paying us to assess the value and risks in their portfolios. And for this opportunity, can you go to slide? Yeah, sorry. So for, before us, they were using good old Excel, Google, and subjective expert opinions. And now I'm going to show you how they do it today. Our service allows you just to click on a property and gives you accurate valuations for, say, commercial real estate unit, taking its exact characteristics into account. And our approach overcomes many of the shortfalls in the existing models today. For example, we give good performance also in the lesser liquid areas, so where a market evidence is a scarce resource. Our AI is also smart enough to admit when it's wrong and what data points are needed for better accuracy. Because of our background in civil engineering, our product can reveal the exact costs for every property unit assessed. No site visits needed, and this makes us different. We've gone from single valuations into valuating portfolios of tens of thousands of property units. And we know our detailed accuracy, but we don't know our limits. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the world is changing. It's no longer okay to check your values yearly. One needs adequate monitoring. Our service makes sure that you're covered for reporting and regulations for today and for the foreseeable future. And not just that. Our product is also used in the world of prospecting. Forget about heat maps, postcode accuracies. If you want to prospect a property, just click on it. Or ask our AI. Who wants to know all of the office buildings in Toronto area with yield expectations over 8%, projected property tax over X, and cost under Y? For us, it's easy. Many of you have heard that Google is a better doctor. The greatest doctors in the world use the power of Google's AI to become more efficient and better. In a similar way, Scenerio Labs helps valuers and brokers. Today, we're a tight team of 15. We're data scientists, astrophysicists, and assorted Nordic engineers. We've been able to gather the great minds from various industries who can objectively crunch the numbers and not look but see beyond industry legacy, transaction data, and intuition. We came to the markets 2 years ago. Already the notable banks and asset managers in the Nordics and beyond use our analytics on a daily basis. We've just figured out place in the markets, but already generated over 1 million in revenue getting here. The opportunity for us, 20 billion euros, what we just started to unlock, and that's only in the valuation side. The reason why our customers choose us is that we're the only solution in the markets who can comprehensively combine automated valuation into future costs and risks. But getting to this point has been really hard. The biggest obstacle for our growth has been access to relevant data. But now together with our partnership with Colliers, we're removing this obstacle globally. We're already working together in 4 market areas, harnessing Colliers' valuable resource, their data, to leverage them already in their top-notch expertise in valuation and capital markets. Together, we're changing this horror story called digitalization into a fairy tale. And together, we are able to offer a service to the industry which really embraces the change, which, like winter, is coming. If you are one of the companies who have already acknowledged the fact that the change is coming and started your transformation, congratulations. But if you want to keep your lead or even pioneer status, we are here to help you. Because like in the Game of Thrones, there's many great houses or families in the world. Do you want to be, in the end, who selects the king? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stefan Martinovic, VP of Investments at Midwood Investment and Development. We're a nearly century-old real estate company actively investing in commercial and multifamily properties across the U.S. And if you're in this room, I don't need to tell you that commercial real estate is an ancient business that's been slow to adapt, filled with myriad interrelated documents managed by a slew of various counterparties, all with varying interests. At Midwood, we constantly struggle with how to manage our pipeline of the hundreds of deals that we see every month while ensuring seamless execution of those which we ultimately choose to transact on, only with millions of dollars hanging in the balance. When I met the team at Arix, I was struck by their deep understanding of the pain points plaguing commercial real estate's complex marketplace and of their vision for a digital future for transaction management in the world's most valuable asset class. I'm excited to introduce to you Arix's CEO, Miguel Linera, a consummate entrepreneur, not only with incredible hair, but the tenacity and vision to lead his team to deliver the 10x process improvement that the industry has been craving for, and to catalyze real estate's generational shift into the 21st century. All the way from Madrid, here's Miguel introducing the new standard for real estate investors, Arix.
Two years ago, while working in finance in London, my co-founder Pablo and I asked ourselves one question that I'm sure you've also asked yourself before. How can it be that the largest asset class in the world is transacted the same way as 50 years ago. And after digging deeper, we realized that the cause of this problem was a complex and outdated transaction process. My name is Miguel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Arix Real Estate Technologies. And what we envisioned 2 years ago as a solution to this problem is today a reality in Europe and North America. And that is the first all-in-one software that allows frictionless transactions in commercial real estate. And this vision is changing the way business is done in real estate forever. The problem is something we all can relate to. Multiple participants, hundreds of emails, a dozen different tools, a handful of spreadsheets. And all this translates into a delayed sales cycle and hours upon hours upon hours lost on low-value tasks. Lost time is lost deals. And lost deals means lost money. Furthermore, for the past 20 years, no company has focused on creating transaction tools that are practical, usable, and intuitive, which is the main driver of the generational challenge the industry is facing today. Take a look at this. This, even if it looks like a Windows 95, this is 2019, and the new workforce that is coming will not continue using these outdated tools anymore. Actually, after hundreds of interviews, we confirmed that not even experienced professionals like you are willing to. So, how are we solving these problems? Today, we're introducing 3 innovative solutions for real estate. The first one, an automated workflow app. The second one, a user-friendly team collaboration tool. And the third one, a distributed and secure data storage system powered by blockchain. You said you want a revolution? Well, these are not 3 separate products. These solutions merge and integrate into just one product, and we have called it Arix Domus. Arix Domus is the deal enabler that empowers brokers, owners, and investors to close more deals faster and with superior user experience. Arix user-centric focus enhances your working time by minimizing manual interactions, automating parts of your transaction, and allowing you to do any kind of deal within the platform. You can lease, sell, acquire, finance, develop, you name it. If you can find the deal, Arix will help you execute it. Today, with Arix, we're also introducing the concept of dynamic due diligence. We have created a disruptive blockchain solution that saves you having to start the due diligence process from scratch every time you want to transact. And all this constitutes the first all-in-one software for commercial real estate. From now on, you will only use Arix. We monetize by being a B2B tier-based software as a service. And on top of the European market, where we are already present, we are now tackling an opportunity that is worth $1.2 billion in Canada and the US alone. The good news is that we've already started to capture a piece of this pie. That's why more than $80 million are being transacted through our software. Companies with over $2 billion in assets under management are already planning to integrate us, and our idea has been validated and awarded by international institutions such as Colliers, Techstars, CBRE, Forbes, and the European Commission, amongst others. We are working on something big, and the timing is right. Today, I also have to talk about our funding round. Investors are also supporting us, and actually, our funding round has been oversubscribed thanks to the help of Techstars. And thanks to that, we are also continuing to achieving milestones. Today is also a day in which I'm announcing 2 major goals and milestones for the company. The first one is that during the course of this program, we've officially started working with Colliers Internationals and other clients in Europe and North America. The second one is that we've decided to move our headquarters from Madrid to Toronto, becoming a proudly Canadian company with global reach. Thank you. And of course, for this journey, I'm not alone. We've assembled an extraordinary team with experience in top-class firms such as Goldman Sachs, Deloitte, and CBRE. From the product perspective, we're also a team of experienced entrepreneurs with validated success. And here we are now, 2 years later. And we are in a unique position with funding, revenue, and international clients and partners who back our vision. A revolution in how commercial real estate is transacted is long overdue, and we're already making this a reality. Help us shape the real estate market of the future. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm David Wong, co-founder and CEO of Booked, a digital marketplace for flexible workspace in Asia. 1 year ago, we were here on this demo day stage as one of the companies in the 2018 Colliers Techstars program. And because we got so much from the program, I'm back. But today, I'm here to talk about Talax. As a mentor for this team, I've been impressed with the way they've risen to the challenge of managing a regional team in Asia, a tech team in Helsinki, while being here in Toronto for the program. I suspect they haven't been getting much sleep. Now about the market. Many of you are aware that Asia is an amazing growth opportunity. But what might not be so obvious is the fact that it's complicated, it's opaque, it's highly fragmented. Regional real estate players talk about technology, but they're slow to implement it. That's what makes this team so exciting, the way they're transforming the commercial leasing and asset management industry in Asia with a platform that reduces deal times, improves rental income, and eliminates manual tasks. So please join me in welcoming to the stage co-founder of Talax, Yves Luthi.
How many of you own an office building? Hands up. I see a few, but you know what? If I ask the exact same question in Asia, 90% of the hands go up. Crazy rich Asians. And Asia is not just about population, it's equally about innovation and capital. Home of more than 100 unicorns, fueled by 40% of the world's venture capital. And in Asia, e-commerce is not taking place on Amazon, but Alibaba. And in Southeast Asia, passengers use Grab and Gojek, not Uber. And why is that? Because successful companies are hyper-local, and the US solution cannot just be plugged and played in that part of the world. What about real estate in Asia? It's the Asian century, so it's just a matter of time until North America will be overtaken in terms of commercial real estate inventory. So when I moved from Switzerland to Asia over 10 years ago, I got involved in commercial real estate, helping owners of office buildings to market and lease out their properties. But within the first 6 months on my job, I got so frustrated with the work tools provided to me. The work to be done to execute a commercial lease is entirely done out of Excel spreadsheets, ad hoc phone calls and emails, and property listings aren't even online yet. When in fact, the negotiating and closing of a commercial lease is a highly collaborative activity between several stakeholders: owners, leasing teams, brokers, property managers, and many more. Yet the current setup causes inefficient collaboration, data silos, and lengthy deal cycles. And remember, when I mentioned about being hyper-local, in Asia, you have different languages, different currencies, different measurement standards, and the entire different way of structuring commercial leases. And on top of that, there's no CoStar, there's no MLS. So market generally lack transparency. And structuring information is an extremely difficult problem to solve. I'm Yves, co-founder of Talax, and let me tell you how we are solving these problems for property owners across more than 50 office buildings in different countries in a flexible and nimble enough way to penetrate any Asian market. At its core, Talax is an inventory and deal management platform where stakeholders can collaborate. Property owners can check on the health of their portfolio from thousands of spreadsheets and emails into one nicely formatted dashboard to check critical insights and to compare apples to apples. With one click of a button, leasing teams can market vacant properties, receive inquiries, and negotiate and close deals. All of that results in shorter deal cycle time by up to 30%, in proactive tenancy management to maximize revenues, and in automated reporting to track critical KPIs. In fact, a couple of our customers just recently went IPO, and they used Talax as the basis of their reporting requirements. So we launched Talax a little over a year ago. Today we have 30 million square feet on our platform across 4 different countries, including the global core markets of Singapore and Hong Kong. And just over the last few months, new doors opened. So today I'm extremely excited to announce that we are bringing Talax next year to India and Australia to become truly an Asia-Pacific platform. Our business model is a software as a service where we charge property owners and managers an annual fee based on their portfolio size. So the immediate revenue opportunity is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And if you consider other income streams, such as data, listings, and transaction, Talax is easily a multi-billion-dollar business opportunity. But how do we get there? Since starting Talax in 2017, we have established a brand as thought leaders in PropTech Asia. And so while doing so, we have built deep industry relationships. So our customers are best-in-class developers such as Lendlease, family offices, and global real estate brokerage firms such as Colliers, JLL, Savills, which all manage billions of square feet of commercial spaces. None of that would have been possible without an amazing team. Co-founder Anton, he's a former research executive in the industry. He's the chief architect and the product lead. Co-founder Tyler, experienced in software enterprise sale, to date has no permanent home, but is closing new customers in multiple countries month by month. I'm Yves. I've spent over a decade in Asia, helping scaling businesses to over 100 million in enterprise value. And our investors and advisors are leaders from the property sector, from corporate, and from technology. So I can think of no better group of people coming together to change the landscape of the entire industry. Thank you, Toronto. It has been fantastic 3 months, and so one thing is certain, I'll be back. And if you happen to invest in Talax, I'll be back with the money bags that make you crazy rich too.
I feel like I need some walkout music too. So, hi, I'm Brian Rosen. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Colliers Canada. I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Walter Heidery, who's the founder and co-CEO of BreadToken. I've been lucky to get to know Walter the past couple of years, and surprise, he's a serial entrepreneur. He's launched businesses in education, healthcare, marketing, and now blockchain. The secret to Walter's success, and he's had tremendous impact in his businesses, is he understands what consumers want. It's that understanding that led to the founding of BreadToken. BreadToken's bringing a new market to commercial real estate. It's changing access for both real estate investors and owners. I'm extremely excited about this opportunity, and I'm excited to welcome Walter out to share his vision for BreadToken.
What is the best thing since sliced bread? Bread. See, if you want to make good bread, you'll need the right ingredients. and it must appeal to the consumers, even the gluten-free. Bread makers or real estate owners, they have great products, but they need a place to sell them. And consumers want them, but maybe not the whole loaf, maybe one slice at a time. So think of us as the access point where real estate owners bring their products, and the international market shows up to buy it, maybe one slice at a time. My name is Dr. Walter Heidery. I am a co-founder and co-CEO of Bread. We are a private equity corporation, and we are here to democratize real estate by allowing access of the international market. You see, when 50% of the world's population is considered middle class, that's a lot of people that cannot be ignored any longer. For this group of individuals, we allow them to buy shares or tokens in our Bread portfolio. We then take the money and we invest it in grade A institutional real estate from North America. We are a security. We're not a cryptocurrency. So you may ask, why tokens? Tokens are digital shares and a security, and they allow us to slice up real estate into portions. And these portions are then taken and providing liquidity to trapped and illiquid assets. Traditionally in real estate, there are some challenges to investing. You see, you can buy directly, but a lot of the really good deals are sold behind closed doors, and they require a good amount of money to get in. REITs are wonderful, ease of access, but they're challenged by returns and difficulty with tax matters when you're dealing with it from an international market. Funds, best in class. In today's market, they lack that transparency, and they have very complex fee structures. So Bread is here to redefine real estate investing by creating a platform that is fund-like in its approach, whereby we give the transparency that's required on blockchain. We make it ease of access, like REITs, but then we deal with the taxation issue, especially for the international investor. And finally, we give access to the group of the world where all these deals were sold behind closed doors, now they're surfaced. So imagine a world where the international investor can invest, and now owners have money to grow their operations. Well, this is happening at Bread today. I'm proud to announce that we have tokenized $100 million of real estate, and we have another $200 million of real estate waiting to join our portfolio. Why such early interest? Working with Colliers, we've been able to tokenize commercial real estate and fill a pipeline. And in doing so, we've been able to sign some MOUs with some of the largest companies in the world. Now we are tokenizing assets, and we are open for business. But let's consider an example. A multi-generational family portfolio that has some succession challenges. It needs to raise some money, say 25%, to pay off partners, pay off family members, like a son or a daughter. We tokenize that asset. We put that tokenized portion into our portfolio. We raise the funds. The owner of the property gets that 25% liquidity while maintaining the integrity of their entire project. But where did that money come from? It came from the international market, onboarded by our technology and our app. Our app is a technology that has a built-in rules engine that deals with compliance, regulation, and suitability. But this is not just talk alone. We are currently in the hands of 2 million active users doing daily transactions. This group of people trust us, and now they will see commercial real estate from North America. And we anticipate that this group will get us to a path of $200 million investment. So, beyond being an onboarding technology and a tokenizing technology as well, we are the asset manager of the Bread portfolio. As an asset manager, we are independent with our directions, and investment, audit, and governance are key, and we will protect your investments. But beyond the strength of our technologies and our securities, we have the strength of our team. This group has run multi-million-dollar organizations, from education, healthcare, blockchain, fintech, commercial real estate, marketing, and security, like security for the Pentagon, Department of Defense, CSIS. And now to our board, seasoned individuals, extremely impressive. They've worked on some of the largest asset managers in Canada. They've run some of the largest REITs. And from the world of securities, their reputation precedes them. This international group of people come together because they know real estate, they know technology, and now they're leveling the playing field for the average investor. So Bread wants to be the world's trusted provider in real estate. We want to be your partner in real estate, and we want to provide access to the investor and the owner. So come, join us. Own a slice of real estate. Own a slice of bread. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lalit Kapoor, and for the majority of this decade, I've had a front row seat at companies like VTS and Reonomy, building products that enable commercial real estate companies to access and work with their data. By transforming leasing, asset management, and investing, companies like VTS have attained billion-dollar valuations. Now, those first billions have come from collecting that data and making it useful to improve your productivity. The next billions are going to come from enabling you to harness that data to enable you to make intelligent business decisions. And that's why I'm so excited about this next company from Singapore, Property Quants. Property Quants is a team of world-class quantitative financial experts. Collectively, they have several decades in experience leveraging machine learning, data visualization, and automation to make intelligent decisions. They've applied that learning to outperform the markets in both futures and equities tradings. Now, the same transformation that happened in the 90s to equities trading, namely immediate access to high-quality data, the rise of computational power, and the application of machine learning is now happening in real estate. As we transition into this new era where technology works for us, I'm really excited to see companies like Property Quants really be at the forefront and blaze the trail. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the CEO of Property Quants, Nelson Lau.
I started investing in real estate 10 years ago. I wanted to build a global property portfolio. The quant hedge fund I worked at did well in 2008 and paid out well. To explain, in quantitative trading, we use computer algorithms to analyze hundreds of factors on tens of thousands of potential investments to find the best opportunities anywhere in the world. I began my real estate journey speaking to brokers on the phone and meeting them in cities like Sydney and Tokyo. But I was so frustrated. Call after call, meeting after meeting, no one could tell me what the best investments were globally. Real estate practitioners could only tell me the best investments locally. There's a reason for this. No human being can handle the amount of data needed to find the best investment globally. To understand just one location, you need transaction data, and you need to know laws, taxes, interest rates, demographics and migration patterns, schools, shopping centers, transportation routes at times, property characteristics, upcoming supply, zoning, and more. And then you need statistical models to analyze this data and forecast returns. Doing this globally exceeds human capacity. The problem isn't a lack of data. Data and access to data has been exponentially increasing due to government initiatives, online marketplaces, and data aggregation companies. The problem is what you do with the data. Most real estate companies lack the tool sets and expertise to handle and use data at scale. This is where Property Quants comes in. We're bringing quantitative investment strategies to real estate. We harness data at scale to find the best investments globally. We can help you go from millions of rows of data to a granular understanding of property market performance. You can visualize capital gains, rental yields, and more. You can analyze these by neighborhood, by building, or by time. We can score locations based on factors such as commute time or net migration. We relate these scores to property prices and yields and use these to understand how changes, like a new train line, impact future investment returns. We can forecast property prices and investment returns years into the future at a neighborhood and sector level. With our products, real estate investors, developers, and brokers can identify the best locations to invest in today, know when to buy and sell in every market, and justify decisions based on hundreds of factors, all based on customized analyses. Buy-side real estate investors can rapidly screen and prioritize deals, responding more quickly to good opportunities and avoiding wasted effort on bad ones. Investors in real estate funds can separate returns into market exposures and manager skill and construct the best global portfolio of funds to own. Property Quants is uniquely well suited to solve this problem. I'm the CEO and co-founder. I have a PhD in decision sciences and worked as a quant trader in hedge funds and high-frequency trading firms. And I've invested in real estate in several different cities around the world. Xingzi is the CTO. He has a PhD in statistical physics, and we've been colleagues for years. This is his third startup. We're joined by a data engineer and an advisor who spent his whole career in real estate. And we have access to private data. This comes from partnerships with Lanres in Europe and Amicus in Asia. And we're happy to announce today a new strategic data partnership with Colliers International for markets in North America and Australia. Thank you. Thank you. Every new city we study makes our platform stronger and builds a competitive moat around our business. Here's how we'll scale. We'll continue to expand our network of data partnerships, offering in exchange advanced analytics or data monetization opportunities. We'll leverage our network of hundreds of real estate contacts to connect with potential clients. And we'll bolster these with thought leadership efforts. In particular, we've been awarded a significant grant from the Monetary Authority of Singapore to develop our products, and we'll exhibit these at major industry conferences. This is a huge opportunity. The top 100 real estate fund managers have in excess of $3 trillion in assets under management. However, only 20% of companies say that most or all of their decision-making is led by data. Every 1% of these assets that would be invested just 1% better would produce an additional $300 million in additional value every year. But there's more. Today, 1/3 of all hedge funds are quantitative, whereas in real estate, nothing is quantitatively managed. Property Quants will fill this market void. We'll begin by building quantitative investment strategies that trade publicly listed real estate investment trusts. We're looking for data partners, clients, and more. Early collaborators have the potential for huge upside as we realize our vision of harnessing data at scale to find the best investments globally. Join us and revolutionize the way you invest in real estate. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Peets, and I'm Vice President of Leasing for Oxford Properties. Oxford Properties is a $60 billion global real estate company, and it's my pleasure to introduce Colin Graham, the founder of Fast Office. And I've known Colin for over 20 years, and every time Colin comes calling, I know I'm going to be successful. And the reason I know that is because he's always been focused on how to transform the leasing process. And as a high-performance player, all you can ask for is to put yourself in a position to win. And over the last 5 years, Colin, in his last company, helped Oxford Properties and me lease over 1.7 million square feet of space here in Toronto. So I know that with his platform at Fast Office, when you hear what he has to say, I think you will agree he will put you in a position to win. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Quick question. How many of you lease cars? Good number. I assume you took a test drive, you liked it, the monthly cost was clear, took all of a couple hours, and when you left the dealership, you knew exactly what you were going to get. Shouldn't leasing office space be as simple, clear, and fast? Unfortunately, if you've ever had the joy of searching for office space, your broker probably handed you a piece of, a PDF plan. Somehow, you were expected to just know whether or not this space would work for you or not. And somehow, you had to figure out what it would cost. And your broker handed one of these PDF plans on every tour. You were left with more questions than answers. Now we can test drive space. Seeing spaces in interactive 3D, being able to lay out your needs and tour the results in minutes with accurate pricing that appears instantly on the screen. And just to make sure this space will work for you next year, you delete that corner office and add 3 more fully costed workstations, all on your phone. This is Fast Office, a SaaS-enabled marketplace where landlords using our unique tools can market space so that tenants can test drive those spaces, any number of options, in real time. I'm Colin Graham, co-founder and CEO of Fast Office. I'm also an architect. I leased my first office space over 30 years ago, and believe me, it wasn't easy then either. And by the time we'd finished the build out and moved in, we had seriously blown our budgets. And I can read PDF plans. I used to draw them. Nothing has really changed until now. Prospective tenants don't need the pretty pictures and PDFs they're given. They need the answers to 2 questions. Do we fit, and what's it going to cost? Because Fast Office uniquely answers these 2 questions, we have traction. Since the launch of our platform in June of this year, we've added over 750 office buildings, over 85 million square feet, in over 20 markets across North America. And the pace is accelerating as we introduce our auto layout technologies. And we're working with some of the biggest players in the commercial office ecosystem. Landlords, brokers, and manufacturers are using our platform. Suppliers are paying attention. With fiber optic cable across most of the A and B class office buildings in North America, Cogent Communications sees the marketing potential of our platform and are moving to take 4,000 Class A buildings from their network and putting them on our platform. And today I'm very pleased to stand in front of you and tell you that we have signed an enterprise agreement with Colliers International to launch Fast Office globally. Thank you. By collapsing vacancy periods, Fast Office dramatically reduces the cost of empty space. By using Fast Office to reduce the vacancy of one space by 1 month can net landlords tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine the impact on the cap rate across an entire portfolio. And those smaller spaces that make up the structural vacancy that constantly drain the bottom line become far easier to lease. We already have multiple streams of revenue. With our financial partner, Ascentium Capital, we have introduced near-instant project financing options delivering enterprise-level discounts to tenants, and Fast Office takes 5% on every transaction on our platform. And our landlord and broker customers, as a result, pay very low monthly subscription fees on a per-building basis, regardless of the number of vacancies. My co-founders, Casey, with over 25 years in the contract furniture industry, and Sashi, who's been building 3D software for over 2 decades, handle sales, marketing, and technology, respectively. Although focused on the commercial office leasing market, our technology is agnostic to the asset class. It means all of the commercial space in North America and far more globally can be test-driven. There are over 500,000 commercial office leases written every year in North America alone, over 80% of those in the underserviced market for smaller tenancies, where we see tremendous opportunity for growth for Fast Office. Our test drives accelerate deal flow, especially for those smaller tenants. And by compressing time to offer, Fast Office returns millions to landlords, brokers, and their tenants. I'm Colin Graham. If you're interested in a test drive, we have the keys. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Scott Chandler. I've been in commercial real estate for over 30 years now. I've worked as an advisor, I've worked as a banker, worked as a leader, and today I'm a broker in Colliers Capital Markets Canada Group. Over that time, throughout my career, there's one thing that's become very evident is equity and debt are hand in glove. They're what drive the commercial real estate market. You could argue there's been some changes in the equity markets. Think of all the different types of vehicles there are today for investing. We're hearing about some of them tonight. But the commercial mortgage debt placement or origination market has changed very, very little in that time. That's why I got very excited when I met with the founders of Fennel. We're going to hear from Fennel tonight. And what's very interesting is this group is dealing with an industry that's crying out for change. They're trailblazers and a catalyst for this change. And I got really excited when I met with them, and it was great to introduce them to Colliers and Techstars in this program. And throughout this program, I've been their lead mentor, and it's been very helpful trying to bring them through various stages of development. And we've got 6 deals on the go right now with them in our group, so it's been very fruitful already. The founder, Amar, many of you probably know Amar, he's worked in the trenches, and he's got deep insight, and he understands what this industry needs. So it was a great pleasure to introduce Amar to this, and I'm very excited for you to hear about their program. So I'd please welcome Amar and his CTO, Hafsat.
I don't think I need to say anything after that fantastic introduction. That's very kind of you. Good afternoon. My name is Amar Najjar. I'm founder, CEO of Fennel. Before starting this company for 15 years, I worked in the CRE lending industry, both as a lender and a broker.
Hi, my name is Hovsep Seraydayan. I'm the co-founder and CTO of Fennel. I've worked in the technology industry building software solutions for startups and enterprises before starting Fennel.
It was 2015. Times were good. I just got the #1 broker award at JLL Canada. That was a big thing for me. And I remember going out to celebrate the occasion with some friends on Hafsep. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where he burst my bubble. He said, "Congrats, but your job is going to be replaced by a smart bot one day." And that stuck with me. In fact, it bothered me, because deep down I knew it was true. After working for so many years, I knew there were so many inefficiencies in this industry. Many examples of that, but give you a few. Hundreds of lenders, thousands of borrowers, millions of deals. Matchmaking mechanism is flawed, it's broken. Lenders, borrowers, and brokers are all having a hard time managing their pipeline due to lack of proper technology tools. After working in this opaque industry for 15 years, it was clear to me it was time for change. It was time for some digitization.
Given that there were real pain points in the industry and a clear business case for it, we created Fennel. an end-to-end technology platform for debt management, debt placement, and third-party reports procurement all in one place, offering both time and cost savings to all industry participants, lenders, borrowers, and brokers. In essence, Scenerio is that smart bot that was going to replace Amar's job.
So how does it work? Take, for example, one of our clients, Michael. He has a portfolio of 15 properties worth over $300 million in Toronto. Before he became our client, he had two options when it came to financing one of his properties. None of them were perfect, though. For example, he could have hired a broker, expensive, time-consuming, not very transparent. Or he goes to his relationship lender, his home bank. But guess what? That lender already got this borrower. He has no motivation to give him better and more competitive terms, right? Scenerio's debt placement bot has solved that problem for our clients. How? For example, our advanced data aggregation tools and our third-party APIs are gathering the lending parameters of over 1,000 lenders across North America. And then our proprietary lender matching algorithm is precisely matching each deal with the right kind of lender. And our clients love it because they're getting the best deal each time, every time, especially because we're reducing their loan costs by up to 90%. Not only that, our advanced workflow tools such as deal creation automation, live portal for deal closing, are reducing the deal closing times by up to 50%.
Whether you're a borrower, broker, or a lender, you still need to manage your debt after the deal gets funded. And this is how they're doing it right now. Property owners are approaching their mortgage renewals at the last minute and are ending up signing with the incumbent lender who rarely offers the best terms. These mistakes are costing property owners hundreds of thousands of dollars in potential savings. But Scenerio's debt management bot has solved that problem as well. Our clients get up-to-the-minute portfolio stats and notifications so that they can manage their debt portfolios and bring tremendous efficiencies to their workflows. In a parallel fashion, our lender and broker side of the platform gives them not only portfolio management tools, but also mortgage maturity data by market, type, and property size, so that they can not only manage their debt books, but they can also originate deals in a quick and efficient manner.
So, how do we make money? On the transaction side, we're charging 2 to 5 basis points per deal per year. And on the debt management side that Hafsab just described, for lenders, brokers, we're charging a monthly seat fee. And together, that gives us a nice recurring revenue over time. We're pleased to share with you today, in the last 4 years, we have facilitated over $1.2 billion over 81 different deals. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And there's more. Each year, we've done more business than the year before. So we are on the right trend. Last 60 days alone, since we started with Techstars, we have onboarded $245 million worth of business over 14 different deals. Thank you. Thank you. Large institutional clients are endorsing our product as well. And today, we are super excited to announce our partnership with Colliers International. That gives us tremendous access to deal flow. It's a win-win for Colliers and for Scenerio. This is a big-ass market globally. $550 billion of debt gets placed in North America alone every year. And in order to take a large share of that market, together, we have assembled a kick-ass team.
Amar heads up a team of 6 corporate finance professionals with a combined 50 years of commercial real estate lending industry experience that perfectly blends with the technology team of 6 that I lead. We have plans for the future. We are hiring talent and incorporating elements of machine learning and AI into our technology platform today so that tomorrow we can use the power of neural networks to create instant marketplaces for lender to deal matching.
Scenerio aspires to be the one that will connect the lenders, borrowers, brokers, and the data of this industry seamlessly and instantaneously one day to solve some of the biggest problems that we face in this industry. We're hiring, we're looking for investor partners, and we're looking for clients. And if you are one of the Colliers brokers, which I know you've traveled far to attend this conference and be with us here today, I welcome the opportunity to talk with you later on to discuss how we can add value to your clients and make more money for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome, and it's great to be here. What a day. Last but not least, right? My name is Bryce Seschuk, and I'm the managing partner of Global Life Capital, and I was a co-founder of Win Mobile. My business partners and I have been active investors and mentors in the tech ecosystem in Canada for many years, and we believe passionately that the innovation economy is what will propel Canada forward over the next 150 years. We are an economy in transition, and Techstars Proptech is an important part of that. I met Tanner from Blue Suit as part of Mentor Madness, and what I find in the speed dating process is that typically 1 or 2 companies will sing out to me. In this case, it was Blue Suit. Tanner has a vision to unlock and democratize commercial real estate data from internal systems and the oligopoly, a vision synchronous to what we faced when taking on our own telecom oligopoly. This is a large problem to solve with large, important outcomes when successful. When we look at companies, we analyze them across 4 dimensions: team, product, commercial, and fundraising path. Tanner and his team tick all 4 boxes and have been an absolute delight to work with. The team has deep experience in the space. They've identified a huge customer pain point, and importantly, a viable commercial path to achieving product market fit. Tanner knows how to both unlock the data as well as use the information the right way, and he has the team to do it. From my perspective, Tanner has nice hair. Please welcome from Denver, Colorado, Tanner McGraw, CEO of Blue Suit. Thank you.
Wow, this is really amazing. I have been looking forward to this moment for 15 years. Not the decade I spent as a top US broker, or the 8 years I spent successfully scaling another PropTech company. Not the years since we've started Blue Suit, or even the time that we've been here at Techstars. I have been looking forward to this moment ever since I got into commercial real estate. Finally, bringing data to commercial real estate's intuition is possible. My name is Tanner McGraw, and I'm the CEO of Blue Suit. We change how value is created for privately held real estate. Last year, in the US, 220,000 sales took place, less than $20 million. These aren't the deals that usually make the headlines. These quiet, multi-million-dollar transactions have one thing in common. In this $15 trillion asset class, major decisions are made without quality data to back up intuition. This is Dr. Raja, a successful surgeon in Texas who's took his profits and invested in commercial real estate. Today, his portfolio of office, retail, and multifamily investments is worth about $30 million. There are 500,000 investors just like Dr. Raja in the US, and they represent a $1.6 billion opportunity for us. This here is, let's call him Dave. Dave's ambitious. Dave's an aspiring rock star investment sales broker. He pays too much for those custom French cuff shirts, has poor taste in ties, and yes, proudly owns a Blue Suit. Dave and his team see data as a competitive advantage, and they use that advantage to build relationships. The problem is the data is awful. They either have to mine the information themselves or subscribe to mediocre data sourced from thousands of researchers unfamiliar with our space. And people like Dr. Raja rely on the Daves of the world for this reactive information to help improve their portfolios. They either, like, hey, what was the cap rate on that deal? Where should I invest? Help me find a good opportunity. Market knowledge for them is more about what just happened in the marketplace rather than what does this mean for my $30 million portfolio? So,
Blue Suit has developed the first. What does this mean for my portfolio solution for privately held real estate? We've started with a relationship platform where owners and brokers can come together to buy and sell deals. To help them understand what this means, we've unlocked a new source of data, unlike anything commercial real estate has seen before, from hundreds of thousands of deal documents spanning 2 decades, documents like contracts, rent rolls, and operating statements. The data is unquestionably accurate, and the insights are tailored to the intuition of people like Dr. Raja and Dave. To be clear, we're not selling comps or a property database, and we won't sell you back your own data at obscene prices. We take trend data from these documents and combine it with other compelling data sets, census, demographic, and economic pools, even a little magic of our own, so we can give brokers like Dave leads for high-quality buyers and likely sellers. Dave can be a data-driven advisor, not a data miner. For investors like Dr. Raja, we can help him find undervalued real estate in emerging markets to maximize his investment returns. And in the spirit of committing to truly changing how this industry transacts, I am thrilled to announce a landmark data agreement with Colliers International. Thank you. The team at Colliers has been amazing, truly. This deal, plus the fresh ongoing data we get from our platform, gives us the foundation to create unique investment advice for decades to come. Excuse me. And people are already excited about our vision. In our exclusive closed beta, we have 20 different groups from every major brokerage in the United States, and nearly 3 times as many on the wait list. Combined with that enthusiasm, we have created a sticky product that's embedded in our customers' daily activities. And we tap into a powerful existing network with our go-to-market strategy. When a deal is made, an admin makes the process go smoothly. That admin works with a couple brokers to move the deal along. And those brokers each work with a buyer and a seller, and so on. For every 1 user, we get 6 more. Through this built-in network, we gain customers for our SaaS product through low-cost viral acquisition channels, which creates the high-growth unit economics we need to scale our business. So, I might be the CEO, but I'm just the token recovered broker you need in a company like Blue Suit. I'm no expert in natural language processing, and I'm pretty sure I don't know what an ethnographic research study is, but they do. What I do know is I've surrounded myself with a remarkable and resourceful group of people. I'm obsessed about building this team, not just for today, but for the challenges that over the next 5 and 10 years. And you throw in their skill and depth from a deep natural desire to understand our customers, engineering wizardry built from within PropTech, product skill honed from launching enterprise data products, and data science mastery earned from scaling Twitter's data science teams, and you have the right team to take on this massive opportunity. You guys are lucky. You don't have to wait 15 years like I did. The industry is ready for a change today. We have the right team, we have momentum, and we have unique data. Join me in this new era of commercial real estate intuition. Thank you.
Totally missed it. All right, that was absolutely amazing. Let's give a big round of applause for all the founders. They've worked so hard. Yeah. Thank you all for being with us here today. Before we close, just a couple of quick announcements. First, have to thank the 150 mentors that are in this room and participated in this program. This was truly a collective effort, and I want to give a big round of applause and thank all of you for spending time with us. Thank you. The mentors at Techstars and Colliers have played a tremendous role in getting us here today. I have to give a special thanks to our partners at Colliers. They were with us every single step of the way. Beginning of the year, traveling with us, looking at all the different companies out there, and setting a very strong example of taking lead mentor roles with many of the companies as you saw today. So thank you very much, Colliers. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you to our amazing global network partners, Denton's in the room, AWS. Thank you for spending all the time with the companies and being able to help them anytime that they asked. Thank you for walking alongside our founders and helping them at very critical points in their own journey. Thank you. Very special thank you to our program supporters. We started off this program at Fireside. Many of the photos that you saw earlier were an entrepreneurial retreat where we kicked off this program, really got to get to know each other. It was an amazing, amazing experience. And we'll be back next year with the 2020 companies. Thank you, Fireside. Canada is having a moment, and so is PropTech. We are the official technology partners of the Toronto Building Show and the Real Estate Forum, which all of you are at today. We're honored to have such great partners with us, and we look forward to continuing to deepen the relationship over the next year. Thank you so much. Collectively, the team at Colliers, Techstars, Cretech will co-host PropTech Innovation Day tomorrow. We will bring you insights from the world's leading influencers, operating at the intersection of real estate and technology. Many of you don't know Cretech, and we've welcomed them to Canada. They are a community leader with Mike Beckerman here at its helm. It's a true pleasure for us to be co-hosting Innovation Day with you tomorrow. And thank you for spending some time with us. Thank you, Mike. I think the event actually sold out in a matter of days. I think we announced a week. It was probably a matter of days, and we'll probably need to look for a bigger venue next year. This event would not be possible without our key supporter, VTS. Thank you for making a big step into Canada and helping make this event a reality. If you haven't heard VTS, you will know them very, very soon. One of the unicorns in PropTech that have really trailblazed the path forward in North America. They're also building an entire engineering team right here in Toronto. So we welcome you. Thank you very much. Now, I'm the fortunate person that gets to stand on this stage, but this program comes together with a lot of hard work through an entire team, putting together a 3-month program and an event like this. So I'm quite fortunate to have such an amazing team. First off, our all-star associates. Jordan, your passion for these companies has really showed every step of the way. Brad, I think back and I think about all the refreshing perspectives and companies coming to me and kind of harnessing everything that you've suggested. So thank you for spending 3 months with them. Sneha was a rock star, just coordinated over what you don't see leading up to this is about 1,000 meetings that take place between 150 mentors and 10 companies. That is no easy task, and she is a financial modeling wizard. So no doubt this is a platform for these 3 associates to move forward within this industry, and we're happy to be a part of their journey. Many of you may be wondering, how is it possible that you accomplish this in 3 months and there are only 5 of you on the team? Well, here's the secret. I'd like to bring her onto the stage. Nav, she's kept the ship running full steam ahead since the very first day we started this program. Would not be the same without her. Let's give her and the team a big round of applause. And following a bit of Techstars tradition, we're going to bring all the founders back on the stage for a group photo. Please feel free to pull out your cameras and phones. And let's give the 2019 class one big final round of applause. That was awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.